Are we not brothers or not? Answer it.
Yeah, we're brothers.
Thank you.
We're brothers. You say something, brother. Let me tell you how much I love you. I love you so much that I don't have love for no one else.
That's right.
That's how
Now I can empathize and sympathize with the black community. I've never been able to do that before because I would hear them say things like, oh, you know, we walk down the street and we get profiled and, you know, cops will just suddenly stop and frisk or whatever just because of the color of their skin. And I always thought like, you know, it's a little bit of a stretch. It feels like a little bit of a stretch. That person must be doing something, right? And obviously I've never experienced that before. I've never felt that way before and stuff. And so I always thought like, ignorantly, by the way, on my part, thinking like, you know, I think you guys are, because I'm brown, you know, I've never felt that and stuff like that, you know, I'm also a minority. But now, with us, it wasn't the cops. Cops aren't just randomly to go and checking in the past. But now it's our turn, right? Now we feel it. Now we feel like, crap, can I just go down the street? Do I need my paper? You know, it's like, why are you stopping me? I'm a U.S. citizen. We're not doing anything wrong. And now we're being persecuted. And so now I'm thinking like, crap, this is what the black community meant, you know? And I kind of feel bad. Well, I don't kind of feel. I feel bad because I never really could understand where they were coming from or where you guys were coming from. But I can assure you that now that it's here with us too, it's like, crap. I honestly, legitimately didn't think it was real. But it's real as hell. And it's obviously minority groups that are targeted and persecuted pretty much. And it's right now with us is because we're brown. You guys have had your turn when, you know, cops were just in bigger cities, urban areas, stopping disproportionately, you know, the black community and stuff. And I just want to say, like, I guess now I understand. I think moving forward, there's going to be a little bit more unity because we now can see where you guys are coming from. Well, at least I can, you know. And so, yeah, guys, I just want to say sorry for being ignorant before, but I hope this unites all communities, not just minorities, and call out things for what they are, regardless of the race.
Wagwan family, welcome back to my YouTube commentary. And I'm so happy you are here. Without you, this platform could not be there. Now, I have something serious here. For very many years, black people have been warning, shouting, screaming, protesting, and they have been showing the world that the realities of racism, the traps of the system, and the lies that America and the West were built upon. Black people said from the day one, and today, I have my friends are waking up. The Latinos, they are waking up. Latinos right now are realizing that black people have been saying all along, what the black people have been saying was the truth. Latinos are now regretting not listening to black people. And many are calling for unity. I know you've heard about the black and brown unity. When black people wanted this unity, it was nowhere to be found. But right now, welcome home. So that is what I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. Because I've come across a black and brown unity. I've come across Latinos calling out other Latinos for not respecting black people or ignoring black people. I've come across videos of Latinos regretting their votes. Because before I react, before I talk what I'm going to talk, I want you to watch these clips of Latinos here and some black people talking about the unity. And it's good. It's a good thing. Let's listen to it and then we continue.
Us as Latinos, I've noticed that we're willing to accept white people in our family, but not black people. Most of the time, we prefer white people over black people. Really, any other nation more than a black person. What I mean is, a mother's daughter has a white boyfriend, they would happily welcome him more than if she had a black boyfriend. Most of the time, there's a stereotype within the Hispanic household about black people, right? That they're criminals, they're gang members, they're violent, they're someone you should fear. When really, we should look at white people that way, because white people are the ones who actually are harming us right now. Yes, they're Hispanics who are in those ICE trucks, ICE vans, but they have been put in place by the oppressor. The same people who descend from the people who took your land, put your forefathers in slave ships, stole your identity, gave you the terms Latino, Hispanic. The people who descend from those people, they're oppressing you today. And their forefathers oppressed your forefathers back in the day. So what is my point? We need to deny any nation but our own. As Black, Latinos, and Natives, we are the same people. We should unite, we should come together, and we should marry one another. If your daughter wants to get with a so-called African American, of course, you want to make sure that he's a good fit. You should allow that. If your son wants to get with an African American sister, make sure she is fit and allow that. And same thing for so-called Black people. Same thing for your daughters and your sons who want to get with natives or so-called Hispanic. You should allow that, because that's going to make us unite. That's going to make us stronger. And people might say, well, Black people hate Hispanics. Hispanics hate Black people. Listen, the reason why we are hurting each other is because we're oppressed by the same person who's causing stress, who's causing chaos, who's causing poverty in our lives. And when we are going through stress and anger, we get violent. And who are we going to get violent with? The people who live among us. We live amongst each other. You understand? But the people who we should really be upset with, and who we should point the finger at, is our oppressor. And we should never point the finger at each other. We should come together, resolve our problems, get over grudges, get over division amongst each other, and really come together as a community. Get off of drugs. Go against drugs. Go against drug dealers. Go against our daughters being whores and prostitutes and sleeping around. And really lock in and build as a community where men can be men, women can be women, and we'll rise to the top. And that's what the Most High, our God, wants for us. He wants us to get right, to fix ourselves, to cleanse ourselves. This is from the ISUPK and the Commander General Hana. This is what we teach. This is what we promote, because this is what the Bible teaches. You understand? If you want to learn more, go to isupk.com. Find a school near you.
The tension between the Black and Latino community needs to stop. And we need to be the generation to stop it. Anti-Blackness exists in our community. We know this. Anti-Blackness also exists within the Black community itself. All communities of color struggle with this. And the reason why is what we all have in common. We were all colonized and trained to have a mindset of you versus me for survival. But that ends with us. We need to lead with unity and not division. We have to be the change we want to see. We have to stop pointing the finger in both communities and make the decision that we are going to choose to be united versus divided. I'm not going to pretend like I have all the answers, but here are examples of how you can show up differently and be the change you want to see. Number 1, share stories of solidarity. Share stories of love. Share stories of when you have experienced the Black or Latino community showing up in your spaces. We need to shift the narrative. Number 2, if your reality is division between the Black and Latino community and your goal is unity, then it is up to you to seek out examples of when the Latino and Black communities show up for one another, where they show love, where there is actual solidarity, because guess what? It exists. And if you need a place to start with me. I am happy to be a part of your network of Latinos who have nothing but love for our Black sisters and brothers. Number 3, ask your neighbors how you can be helpful. You need to lead with your heart in this moment. That is the only way that we are going to experience an actual shift. We have to show up as human beings. We have to show up vulnerable. We have to show up as the change that we want to see. Lastly, ask others to join you. Let's actually start in the comments. Share your stories of solidarity and love. If members of the Latino and Black community have a hard time seeing it, let's show them how it's actually done. I stand with my Black brothers and sisters, and I also stand with my Latino familia. But the change, it starts with us. I love you.
You will never be white. As much as you, a fellow Latino, wants to be in proximity to whiteness, you will never be white. You will never be chosen in that way. As much as you think that you are better than undocumented Latinos because your family came here the right way, or because you're second generation or third generation, or because you either forgot or unaware of the foundation of this country and the fact that immigrants from Europe came here, stole the land from indigenous people, and then literally stole people, and forced them to be slaves, forced them to do labor. So when you think that you want to be in proximity to whiteness because you consider yourself better, think about that. Think about that there is internalized racism in our own community, how there is anti-Blackness in our own community, how there is colorism in our own community. Think about those things, because no human being is better than the other because they think that because they have papers that they are better than another human being. A human being is a human being. There is no alien. There is no illegal when it comes to the world, okay? So let me remind you that you will never be white. Oh my gosh, who said that?
Big old stress pimple because I cannot believe I gotta get on here and say this, but this is Trump's America, so here we go. One Black person does not represent the Black community in its entirety. One Latino does not represent all Latinos, so on and so forth. So those of you generalizing in the comments are just as ignorant as the woman in that video. Black people, it is okay to say that the woman in the video does not align with who you are, just as I can say that the 59% of Latinas who voted for that monstrosity of a human does not align with who I am. I do not care how many of us voted against our best interests. We are not the same. And those Latinos who voted for the 34 count convicted felon, if we took a deep dive into exactly why that is, we would have to confront some real ugly truths about our community. But not all of us are ready for that conversation. But education is the answer to all of this. Conveniently, there is a war on education in our country currently. There is a war on research, a war on science. Why? Ask yourselves why that is. Because the more sick we are, the more stupid we are, the more separated we are, the more powerful they are.
Now that I have addressed the racism within my own community, let's talk about the anti-Blackness that exists within the Latin American communities. So I wanted to take my time before I made this video. I knew it was coming, but I had to go out in, the field and ask my people what's going on. So this is what I concluded. When I went to go talk to them, they said that, we don't like African Americans because they feel that we owe them something. I want to make two things clear. First, I want to start off by saying that when we say things like this, we are following the same agenda that we are fighting against. We are fighting against white supremacy and racism. Those ideas that, that we have, the way we think, the way we are taught to fear African Americans, that is the same thing that we are fighting against. It's no different. When we choose to speak like this and participate in these stereotypes, we are no better than the people we are fighting against. And that is a point I want to make very clear to the people within my community, that you guys sound ignorant. You know, we need to figure it out. Where do you truly stand with this? Because, people are right. You can't ask African Americans for help when this is in the real world. That is how they are treated. My second point. Reparations are owed to the African American community. Without them, we would not be able to vote. We would not be able to go to the same schools. We would not be able to sit wherever we want. Let's not forget. They have been fighting for a very long time, since they came here. And us not acknowledging, I know I don't feel that as a country we have paid the respect that they owe. They really do. We owe them everything. It's because of greats. They're great people. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., the Black Panthers, they paved the way for us. They are the blueprint. And for us to go and participate in the same mentality that we are fighting against, it's just horrible. And it's wrong. If we don't fix this type of mentality and check our people, we are no better than the people we are up against. I want you to know that ignorance is our greatest enemy. So please do not allow yourself to be blinded by hate. I love and respect everybody, and I just want to say that if there's more people in the Latin community who are with me, I need y'all to say something. I need y'all to join the fight with me, because I can't be the only one.
Welcome back to my commentary. For over 400 years in the US, Black people have been on the front line of oppression. Black people have experienced slavery, lynching, Jim Crow, mass incarceration, name it, systematic poverty, discrimination in housing, the police brutality. And they told the world about the system. They told the world that they are not speaking out of bitterness. Black people told the world that we are speaking from experience, we lived it. Now, when Black folks warned that racism wasn't just about Black people, when they warned that eventually the same forces will come for others, many ignored it. We as Black people, or Black Americans, tried to show America that racism is not a Black problem. It is a systematic problem. And we told them that we are the first targets. People thought it was just an issue of Black people, we love complaining, etc., etc. And think about it. Civil rights movement, Black people marched, tested, risked their lives, and demanded equality. But many Latino communities at that time didn't join in strong numbers. Yes, they did join, but not in strong numbers. Some thought that it was not their battle, it was Black people's battles. When Black people say that, watch out, America uses race as a weapon to divide and oppress, too many of Latinos believed they could stand closer to whiteness and escape the consequences. But now that mask is coming off, because even white people, some of them, the poor, for example, poor white people, they are going through the same shit. Now, if I get real, for decades, many Latinos believe that if they distance themselves from Black people, they will be accepted. Some even adopted anti-Blackness attitudes. Some even, they were thinking they could climb the racial ladder. In politics, we saw large portions of Latino communities voting the leader who openly disrespected Black lives. We saw Latinos who stood silent when Black men and women were killed by police, were unalived by police. We saw Latinos who ignored the cries of Ferguson, Baltimore, and countries and countless other cities where Black people demanded justice. We see Latinos ignoring them. Why? Because some believe that siding with whiteness will give them safety. That if they said we are not like them, the system will let them in. But the truth is, the system doesn't care. It doesn't care you are Black, you are white. It doesn't care. The system uses people, divides people, and when it's finished, it turns on them too. And now many Latinos are learning the lesson. I'm happy. The good thing is that Latinos are learning the lesson. That's the good thing. The good thing is that now we are coming into terms. Because for them to be calling unity, for them to accept that black people are right, it's a learning process. And they're our brothers and sisters. So they are learning the hard way, but they are doing it. Just look around. I see lately the raids are tearing Latino families. Children are being separated from their parents at the border. Latinos workers are being underpaid, exploited, and treated as possible. We have politicians who begged for the Latino vote turned around and built walls. They built cages and laws that makes their lives harder. Leaders who promised immigration reform instead of delivering, they are doing mass deportation. Now, Latinos are realizing that black people were right. That is the happy thing. We told them that this system will never love you. It will never see you as equal. It will use you. It will use your labor. It will use your culture, your votes, and then it will discard you. And today the truth is out here. When Latinos see their children in cages, they remember the way black children were criminalized. When they see mass incarceration, mass deportation, they remember how black men were rounded up in that mass incarceration. When they hear go back to your country, they see the same hate that once told black people, you don't belong here. There's a shift happening. Latinos are now calling for unity. It's a good thing because it's a turning point. Today, more and more Latinos are reaching out saying that black people were right. We should have stood with you. We need unity. We are seeing right now Latinos joining protest for Black Lives Matters. We see Afro-Latinos standing boldly and saying that I am both black and Latino and I stand with my people on both sides. We see conversations online where Latinos admit, why didn't we listen to black people? But they are listening now. The fight black people have been fighting is the Latinos fight too. And I'm happy they're accepting that. And this is a powerful shift because for the first time in a long time, some Latinos are realizing that unity with black people isn't optional, it is survival. Let me break that down. Black people and Latino share a historical of colonization. Black people and Latinos share a history of exploitation and systematic oppression. Africans were enslaved. Latinos were colonized. Africans were stripped out the language and culture. Latinos were stripped of language and culture. So both communities were told to hate their skin, their hair, their heritage, and to idolize whiteness. We are reflections of each other. The same system that policies black neighborhood also raids Latino neighborhood. The same system that looks up black men for petty crimes, the same system that locked black men for petty crimes, the same system that deports Latinos families for paperwork. We fight separately yet, yes, they win, but when we fight together, the system trembles. I've come across videos of regret from Latinos, and the regret is a powerful thing. When Latinos are openly admitting they should have listened to black people earlier, they are saying that we see it now, we understand what you are talking about. But here's the thing. Regret is not enough. Regret must turn into action. Regret must turn into solidarity. Regret must turn into real partnerships between black people and brown people. Because the system is betting on us staying divided. And that's how they maintain control. But once unity becomes real, change becomes unstoppable. The future is clear. If Latino and black people stand together, they vote together, protest together, they build businesses together, and protect each other, the white system loses. And that's why they fear unity. That's why they always pit us against each other. They know that black and brown united means the force too powerful to contain. The question is, will Latinos step fully into the unity, or will they move past regret and build real alliance? Because black people already showed the blueprint. Black people already showed how to resist, how to organize, how to survive, and how to thrive. Now it is time that we do that together, brown and black people. It is time, because it is evident. We are calling for black people unity around the globe. At the end of the day, if we are united, we need to get the assistance too of brown people. I know we can do it ourselves. We have been doing it ourselves. But we have Afro-Latinos that are our brothers and sisters. Even working class white people, poor white people, they are going through the same shit. And when I see Latinos talking about brown and black unity, oh, damn it. It is real. They want it. So if they want it, let's try them. But we have this history of betrayal between these two communities. Brown people have been betraying black people. We talk, we understand each other. At the end of the day, when you are voting, they vote for the DJT. Right now, they are going through the same shit that we warned them about. DJT is crumbling economy. DJT is taking them back to their homes. DJT is separating their families. The administration has put things high. If they could have listened to black people, then this could not be there. No? But because they did not listen to black people, that's what this is happening. It's not a bad thing to have unity between black and brown. It's not a bad thing. We are going through the same problem. We are facing the same problem. We are going through the hands of the same oppressor. We are all facing racism, mass incarceration. We are all facing... The economy is hard for all of us. It's not hard for black people only. So when we protest, we are not protesting because it's our own problem. The reason why black people are the first people on the face of the earth is because we care of everyone. When we fight a fight, it's a fight that benefits everyone. It's not benefiting black people only. It benefits brown people. It benefits working class white people. So you are told the skin of black is bad. You are told black is dirty, but that's not how it is. This was a way to divide. And you have seen yourself. You have seen that even if you are close to whiteness, you cannot be white. Even if you are too close to whiteness, you cannot be left. When this kicker comes, it kicks us all. It kicks at all. The sword is two ways. It cut both ways. Right now, white farmers are regretting, are crying. The economy is not good. You know, it's not good. And it's not like black farmers are enjoying. But black farmers have been living under this shit for long. Black farmers have been going through the same problem. They are just seeing what they have been seeing. We have been here. We have been in this movie. So what do we do? What we do is that we stay quiet and we see how this unfolds. And that's true to Latinos. Black people right now are seeing you. They are seeing the mass deportation policy. They are seeing it, but they can't talk. They can't protest. They cannot. It's not because they are not the one who are being deported. It's because they have protested for you before, and what you said is what has made them to keep quiet. It's a high time. We all need to listen to black Americans. We all need to listen to them. Listen to black Americans when they talk. If you come for that unity, then don't be at the center. Just follow. Listen and follow. Even to my white working class people, poor white people, white farmers. When you want the hand of black people, then do not be at the center. Do not center. The problem you all do is to center yourself. Listen to black people. Listen to black power. Listen the warnings. Okay. So that was my message today. Just came across my mind, the unity of black and brown people. And let me talk about this. Until next episode, peace out.